Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I gave this book 4 stars. It's 224 pages, very enjoyable. So just to give you some context, this was published in 1999. It is the third book by Neil Gaiman. Now obviously Neil Gaiman wrote a bazillion comics before this. His most famous of course is Sandman, which I have read. In terms of novels, he wrote Good Omens with Terry Pratchett. That's a great book. He wrote Neverwhere in 1996. I haven't read that yet. And then he wrote Stardust in 1999. Neil Gaiman is such a storyteller. He's a storyteller in that fairy tale sense of kind of once upon a time. He sets a scene like describing a village and he'll throw in all sorts of little details that are just kind of throwaway comments, but they just conjure up this idea of a whole world that is like, oh, that sounds really interesting. I'd like to know about that. So anyway, what is this? This is a portal fantasy set kind of in the 1800s, and it involves a romance and the search for a fallen star. There are exactly enough plot threads and they're all introduced in a kind of measured pace, and then they combine in very satisfying ways as the story progresses. There's also a fun cast of characters, although the main character is a bit of a dullard at times. And that leads on to my one minor negative. Sometimes the way a character doesn't quite make sense. There's one point where a character meets someone for the first time and it should be a case of, wow, what an occasion, and there's just nothing. But that is a very minor quibble. This is a solid 4 stars. I think if you're just looking for a light fantasy read, 200 pages, I think you'll enjoy it.